If you know how to bypass the curated digital front pages and dive directly into the deep metadata repositories, raw search tools, and specialized archives, you will find where the truly strange, anomalous, and raw pieces of history are hiding. The primary tool for this is the Smithsonian Open Access Initiative and its massive raw metadata dumps, alongside specialized niche digital archives. Here are some of the most compelling, hidden secrets and bizarre files you can pull up right now if you know what to search for. 1. The Clockwork Creeping Baby Patent Model. 1871. Where to find it? National Museum of American History. Open Access 3D. The Secret. Before plastic and modern toy manufacturing, early inventors experimented with clockwork automation to mimic biological life. If you search for the George Pemberton Clark Patent Model, 1871, you'll find high-resolution 3D renders of a haunting, heavy brass and plaster-crawling baby doll, driven by internal clockwork gears. It was designed to realistically crawl across the floor. It looks less like a toy and more like an early steampunk experiment in biomechanics, showing how intensely 19th century inventors were obsessed with mechanizing human movement. 2. High-resolution 3D scans of the Apollo 11 command module interior. Where to find it? National Air and Space Museum Digitization 3D Portal. The Secret. While tourists can look at the exterior of Columbia behind glass, the digital team quietly used advanced laser scanning to create an incredibly dense, fully explorable 3D mesh of the interior cockpit. If you open the raw 3D file, you can zoom into the tiny, cramped dashboard panels. Scattered across the walls are handwritten graffiti, tallies, notes, and calibrations scribbled directly onto the aluminum walls by Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins during their journey. Raw human moments completely hidden from a casual museum visit. 3. The Human Studies Film Archives. SHA and Declassified Anthropological Reels. Where to find it? Smithsonian Institution Archives Unit Code. SHA. The Secret. This is a goldmine for alternative history researchers and cultural analysts. The SHA contains millions of feet of raw, unedited ethnographic film footage dating back to the late 1800s, instead of polished documentaries. These files contain the earliest raw footage of isolated global cultures, ancient architectural ruins before modern reconstruction, and early geographical expeditions. Digging into these files reveals how much early architectural and cultural history was documented before being heavily synthesized into standard textbooks. 4. The Field Book Project FBP. Where to find it? Smithsonian Field Book Registry Unit Code. FBP. The Secret. If you want to see history before it was filtered by a committee, you look at the raw field diaries of 19th and early 20th century scientists exploring unknown territories. The Field Book Project has digitized thousands of journals containing hand-drawn maps, personal diaries, meteorological anomalies, and sketches of strange biological specimens that were never officially classified or brought back to the States alive. It gives a raw look at what early explorers actually witnessed on the frontiers. 5. The Currency, Banknote, and Propaganda Collection. Where to find it? National Museum of American History and the National Numismatic Collection. The Secret. If you dig into the digital assets of the numismatic collection using raw search terms like proof sheet, obsolete currency, or propaganda, you can uncover thousands of high-resolution scans of alternative currency designs, secret society tokens, and early state banknotes from the 1800s. These designs are packed with hyper-dense, high-contrast engraving work, occult symbolism, early corporate branding, and personified figures that reflect the financial and political power struggles of early America long before the standardization of the Federal Reserve. How to master the search centers online. If you want to move past the tourist-friendly recommendations, use these direct strategies. 1. Skip Google. Use the raw repositories. Go to the Smithsonian Open Access portal or search the Smithsonian or OpenAccess metadata repository on GitHub. This lets you look at line delimited and metadata files for over 11 million objects. You can filter by specific owning units, like NA for National Anthropological Archives or NASM for air and space, and search for high-contrast images or raw datasets. 2. Filter by CC or Creative Commons 0. When using the Collections Search Center, check the Open Access box. This filters out the tightly copyrighted museum PR images and uncovers millions of raw, high-resolution public domain assets ranging from vintage, corporate logos and patent sketches to unedited, historical photographs that you can freely download, zoom into, and analyze for patterns or historical discrepancies.